Welcome to Module 3. The topic we will be going through and you'll be reading about is the idea of inspire a shared vision. So what is inspiring a shared vision? Well, inspiring a shared vision requires you go back to the first one of modeling the way that you have awareness. You cannot model a vision if you're not aware of the vision. It's kind of like the blind leading the blind. You have to have awareness first. You have to have buy-in. You cannot inspire people if they see you be like, today I don't really want to try. No, you have to have buy-in. And then you have to have ownership. You've got to say, this is our vision. I believe in this vision. I might not always understand the vision, but I'm going to try and I'm going to live it out. So inspire a shared vision requires awareness of the vision, buy-in for the vision, and ownership of the vision. Vision must be lived. Vision is caught more than it's taught. Just like in Model the Way, things are caught more than they are taught. So if you tell people that our vision for campus experience is to be Bravo Zulu, to live with extraordinary effort and to strive for excellence, but you don't do that, then it won't happen. You demonstrate what you believe in the vision. What I mean by that is you need to be the example. You need to be living the vision. You need to be that chief reminding officer. It is your job as the leader. So if you become an exec, it is your job to be reminding people of our culture, of our process. But even if you don't become an exec, it is your job to be living out the culture of that organization, of campus experience, of that hospital, of that design firm, of that church. You are living that out because vision is caught more than is taught. And when you inspire somebody, you inspire them not always with your words. Words are great. There have been great speakers throughout history, but actions are what really inspire, and actions are what really matter. So as we look at inspired shared vision, it's important that you understand it is your responsibility to inspire people with your actions, with your words, with your reactions, so that you can challenge them to live out what we want them to live out. And that's what we require of you, and that's what we need of you. So what does it mean to have an inspired vision in campus experience? Well, first of all, we have a phrase called own it. And when I give you the phrase of own it, that's how I want you to live your life. That's how I want you to tackle the problems of SGA or marketing or CSG or finance or whatever group that you're in. And that's about, first and foremost, owning everything. And that means you're open to change and growth. So that's the O. The W is wrestle with ideas and concepts. It's important that you're open to change, but you got to wrestle with things. There could be people that are just open to change, but then there are people that aren't willing to wrestle. Like, I don't understand this, or I don't agree with this. So you got to be open to change. You got to wrestle with ideas and concepts. You got to never compromise the important. There are things that are so important on our team, structures that we do. We stay within the chain of command. There are things that are going to be important in your families, that family time is important. You never compromise that. You might be open to change and you might wrestle with ideas and concepts, but there have to be those absolutes that you will never compromise on. And that's the glue between open to change, wrestling with ideas. The glue is never compromising the important. And then you get into involving others. You've got to let other people into this. You need people. You were created as a relational person. You need people around you to challenge you. You need people around you to push you. And then you have total commitment. So you have involvement of others, total commitment. The tie is never compromise the important, but you've always got to be willing to be open to change. And you've always got to be willing to wrestle with ideas and concepts. So the first is own it. The next is our common purpose. A common purpose is kind of a rally cry. So a few years ago, my father-in-law asked me, like, Brian, what do you do? And I just sit there and think about, man, our job, campus experience is a weird office, weird in a good way, but a weird office from the idea that we're operational, we're events, we're resources, we're a coffee shop, we answer phones. So what do we do? And we came up with this statement as a team. We create opportunities so that others can create moments. So when you're at the desk and you take a phone call, you're creating an opportunity for the person on the other end of that line to have a good moment about Cedarville. When you're making that coffee, you're creating an environment or a cup of coffee that they could sit down with somebody across from them and have a good life-changing discussion. We could talk about every single one of our groups, but our common purpose is we create opportunities for others to create moments. And then we've got to look at things from the perspective of, is it a guest or is it a customer? So when you think about inspire a shared vision, you got a lot of companies out there that will say, we challenge our customer. The customer is always right. But customers are transactional. Guests are relational. So I want our group to be thinking about everybody that we serve as our guest. We're inviting them in. Even if it's in a phone call, we're inviting them in to our space. We're providing for them as a guest. As a guest, if you were a guest in my home, I would have the things that you like. I wouldn't make chicken and liver if you didn't like that. I would make what you like because you're my guest. And that's what it means by creating opportunities for others to create moments and by owning it so that you're willing to be open to change, wrestle with ideas, the glue, never compromise the important. You're involving other people and you're totally committed. So why inspire a shared vision? Why is this even important? Well, it provides direction. When you have a vision, it's like a roadmap. It's like, this is where we're going. So our vision is we are Bravo Zulu. I want you. Our roadmap is you will provide extraordinary effort and you'll strive for excellence. It provides clarity. Vision provides clarity. It's like that first time you put a pair of glasses on and you realize, oh my goodness, the leaves look like that. Or the road signs, I can actually read them now. It provides clarity. But also with the vision, if you've got a clear vision, an inspiring vision, it excites people. And that's what it's about. It's getting people excited about leadership. It's getting people excited about being a part of this team. Because like I said earlier, culture eats strategy for breakfast. Why do people want to work for Campus Experience? Well, it's not for the guy that's sitting on the other side of this camera from you. It's not about the money. It's about the experience. It's about the culture. It's about the excitement. And that's what you get to do when you inspire a shared vision.